there were these spiders. They were sitting on a stable, on the top of the stable on the roof, and they were looking up with their mother. There were 40 little kids and one mom, and they say, "Wow, check out that star. It's amazing, and it's shining right on us. What do you think it means?" The mother says, "I have no idea, but I have a feeling we're going to find out." Well, the spiders went in. It was night, and it was time for them to go to bed. And so they went into their little nest, but just as they were crawling into their nest, a man and a woman come in. The woman is incredibly pregnant. She looks like she's about to pop. It's low down there. She lies down. And what do you know? Well, we know it's not 1, 2, 3, but it happened. She gave birth to the cutest, sweetest, most beatific little boy. And as we know, it was a young prince. In my family, it was too. We had 1 boy and 3 girls. He was the prince. Anyway, up there where the spiders are living, they look down and they say, "Mama, look, it's a baby. We love babies. Can't we go see the baby?" Now you understand, this was a stable and a lot of different animals lived there, and they were used to the birth and the sex and the arguments and the education. They were used to getting along with each other and helping out when they needed to. But the mother says, "I don't think it's a good idea for you to go down. You know how people feel about our kind." They say, "No, Mom, what do you mean? How do they feel?" Splat! They'll kill us. They don't like us. "Oh, come on, Mom, it's just a baby. We want to see the baby." "Nope, you can't. Get to bed. Now. You too, little one." She says that to the littlest boy. Now, he was the kind that I know none of you were, but I know for sure I was. The kind of kid who just couldn't help but stick his nose, or my nose, into whatever you shouldn't be sticking your nose into. This little spider wanted to see that child. I mean, who doesn't like a baby? And so after his mother and his brothers and sisters had all fallen asleep, he came out. He went down the wall. And he went to a rafter, and he crossed until he was right over where the little manger was, where that child was just lying there. Now his mom, Mary or Miriam, was lying there with her arms around him. And the father, he was trying to stay awake, but he couldn't, so he kept snoring himself, trying to keep up to watch his son. But that spider, he couldn't see. He couldn't see that child. He could tell there was something about that child that was very special. Now, we all believe that every child we see is special, but there was something about this one. So the spider said, so the spider lore says, as it has been passed down to us. And so he just squirmed and widowed and moved and kept turning and round, and he kept lifting up his legs so he could see, and then he lifted up his other, and he lifted up another. He lifted up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and finally 8. Wham! And he fell off the rafter and landed right on the straw, right next to that baby. Now that was one cute little baby, I gotta tell you. The baby smiled at him, had such a look. The spider felt really good, so he started crawling up to get closer. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like spiders. I mean, you can raise your hand if you like them. I don't think there's many. Anyway, that spider just kept right closer, 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 closer. Practically up in his face. And from high above, he saw a hand that was the hand of Mary coming down. What? "Oh, you silly little thing. If you wanted to see my child, you should have come to me. Look." And Mary took the spider and put him right by Jesus. Now, I don't really think Jesus is a good Jewish name. Yeshua. Now listen, your mom is going to be very unhappy. I got this feeling that if my child was up when he shouldn't be, I'd be unhappy. Now you, go on up to talk to your mom. And the spider went up. He felt so good. He knew he wouldn't be in trouble until he got all the way up to the nest, and there was his mother with 4 of her 8 legs crossed. "You are, oh my little honey, I'm so glad you're doing that. That was so good, thank you, so good. Go to bed right now." I said now. I said now. Now, this being a folk tale, they collapse time because all of a sudden 3 kings are walking in the door. And they got these humongous gifts. Where they got them from, I don't know, but they were carrying them. And they placed them before the child. And all sorts of other people started walking in with fabulous gifts for the baby. And that's when the spider started saying, "Now there must be something we can do, right? Oh, come on, Ma. Can't we give a gift to this child? Look, they didn't crush him. Maybe it's okay." And that's when the spider mother came up with an idea. And she says, "Okay, kids." And she set them to work. Now you. She spent 30 of them. They did 30 different strands of spider silk. You, the last 10, you do a different color. All right, when they were finished with the spider silk, she wove it into the most beautiful silken cloth. And then somehow, it's not explained because it's a story, it was cut into 12 pieces of cloth. And those 12 pieces of cloth were layered down and placed right in front of where the child was. So that when he woke up and the morning sun struck that cloth, he would see in front of him sparkling 12 silken spider silk diapers. And in the morning when he did awake, and the mothers saw, Mother Mary saw, she said, "Oh, you spiders, you're wonderful. Please, come on down. Let's go and come and check my child out. Let's have a party." Okay? And all the spiders and all the animals came around, and I could tell you that they danced and they danced and they danced, and I don't really know what they did, but they had a good time. And that night when they all went to bed, everyone knew that there were many beautiful gifts that had been given. Gifts that cost a lot of money, gifts that were made, gifts that were brought. But there's nothing like the gift that's given from the heart. Thank you. Woo.